What's up, everybody? Turn this dang music down. We're going to keep the music on today. A little party atmosphere. It's Dot Bets. We're checking in Week 12 NFL on the dot picks. Let me know if that music's too loud. I'll turn it down. Just keep the party going this morning. If you haven't been following us, we are on a follower goal. See above. I have 21 followers. I don't know why it's telling me I got 8. But if we get to 100, I'll give $100 to somebody via Venmo or Cash App, whichever one. So go ahead, tell your friends, hit that follow button on Twitch. You guys let us know when we go live. Keith Wolf, woo, with the big time follow right there. Thank you, Keith. Keith Wolf State Farm. Check them out. All right, so let's get into our Week 12 NFL picks. Also, any questions along the way with my picks, season-long fantasy, DraftKings, FanDuel, either one. I play a little bit more DraftKings than FanDuel, so I'm a little bit more comfortable asking questions on there. Also, if there's any breaking news, last week you broke that Teddy Bridgewater wasn't going to play here. I think I just saw that Julio wasn't going to play today, so that's going to factor into one of our plays here. What's up, Wolfie? Let's go. Thanks for the follow, bud. All right, right into it here. So let's go to our first pick. Chargers Bills over 51.5, 2 units. These guys, both teams just put up points. Put up a lot of points. Also, it's because both of their defenses are very bad. Chargers defense allows 6.8 yards per attempt, and Josh Allen should have a field day today against this Chargers offense or Chargers defense. I'm heavily stacking this game in DraftKings and DFS. I got a lot of exposure to Josh Allen. A lot of exposure to Herbert. Allen has a tough matchup with, I think, Jardavius White, but he's going to still get open. He runs the best routes in the league. He's going to get his still. Maybe limited ceiling with White matchup, but I love Henry. I love Mike Williams. Big component here of the Buffalo offense with Diggs, and then you got Beasley. John Brown is out, so then the DFS sleeper here is Gabriel Davis, who he's actually been in a millionaire lineup a couple weeks ago when John Brown was out. So he's got potential to go crazy today. Then there's also Casey Hayward is out for the Chargers. So this is where I'm leaning in this game. You could also take the Bills. I still think the Bills are going to win this game pretty easily. Chargers might get up. You can take the Chargers first half, and then they're just going to blow it like they have been doing. But this is where I stand in this game. Over 51.5 for 2 units. Let me know if you like that play. Let me know if you hate it. Talk some smack if we want to. I'm all about that. All right, Titans Colts. Titans +3 for 2 units. This game, I just don't understand how it's still +3. There's been multiple reports. Jonathan Taylor's out. The Buckner on their defense is out. Their center is out, and it's not Jeff Saturday, as a couple of my buddies thought it was. I think he's long retired. But I just think with Colts having too much issues with the injuries here, Titans are going to have some revenge as well. If you remember, I think it was a Thursday night football game where the Titans were leading at halftime. I think it was 17-10 at half, and they got shut out in the second half. It's probably going to be a little bit bitter in their mind there. Got stomped at home by the Colts. They're going to come out, and I think Derrick Henry is going to have a game just like he did against the Ravens. I know the Colts defense is a better defensive group. I think it's number 1 in the league against the run. Derrick Henry's a different animal. Going to wear him down. They're not going to get shut out in the second half. This game will be close, but I like taking the points here for +3. There's lots of ways we can twist it, but I'm going to go with the Titans this game. Let me know if you guys like this play, if you guys like the Colts. I also think the Colts aren't very good, in my opinion. Last week was pretty crazy with beating the Packers. Packers didn't score, I think, 3 points in the second half. So the Colts defense can do that to people. I just think that this is a spot for the Titans today. Corey, what's up, buddy? Yep, King Henry. Oh yeah. All right, some news I just got. Gio Bernard is active. So we got Phillip Rivers active for this game, and we also have Zach Pascal is active. Who else we got? Minshew is out. Eckler is active. Balaj is out. Tua is out. Adam Thielen is out. Sorry, Justin. I don't know if you're watching. He's gotten hit. I think he got Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, and Thielen all out this week with COVID. So not good for his fantasy team. We also got Jakeem Grant is going to be playing. So some defensive. Ooh, Willis is playing for the Colts. That's actually pretty good for them. Still going to lead the Titans. Tannehill's going to get it done. We're going to go. We're going to go. Let it roll. All right, next play. We got Browns, 6.5, 2 units. What's up, Diesel? Good morning to you as well, buddy. We got Browns, 6.5 for 2 units. Thoughts on Panthers, +3. Panthers, +3. Let's see. Oh, I'd probably take that. Solomon, I'd probably do the +3 there. Without Thielen there, I mean, only thing I'm scared about is Dalvin just running nuts. So I'd probably hesitate to go on that +3. I probably would. I'd probably stay off of it. More and more I'm thinking about it. Dalvin can just go nuts, even if Dalvin doesn't play as often. We got Madison who can do the job as well. I'd probably lay off of that. But yeah, so Browns, 6.5, 2 units. So the Browns are also shorthanded here, which you would think I would side with the Jaguars, but the Jaguars are absolutely devastated with injuries. Like I said, there's no Minshew. Chark was ruled out earlier. Conley was ruled out earlier. I think there's a couple guys on the defensive side of the ball that are out as well. Browns being a 6.5-point favorite on the roads. I mean, it's hard to say, but they are 7-3 this year. They've weathered through some weathered games, and their offense, even without OBJ, can still move the ball. They got the best duo in the game. Chubb and Hunt, you can put them both in your lineups 100% of the time in season long. DraftKings, you probably got to pick or choose which one you want to do. Probably lean with Chubb in this instance just because it's a 6.5-point favorite. I like Hunt coming from behind. But they're going to make... I know the Browns are missing Garrett on the back on the defensive side, but the Jags are just going to rely on James Robinson. Browns are going to make this a one-dimensional game for them, and I think it's going to be easily win by 10 points or so, unless Baker just shits the bed. I don't think he's going to shit the bed, but he just, man, he's done it before, but not this time. Not against the Jags. I know they're going on the road. They got to travel a little bit, but they're going to lean heavily on the run game. A couple people that I follow are actually on the over in this game. I would have leaned more the under, just because of the fact that both teams are going to probably try to establish the run and control the clock. So that is also a play I would throw out, is the under in this game. I think it's like at 48.5. Let's double check that. Yeah, 48.5. So yeah, Cleveland games don't go over very often, just because they control the clock like that. Corey, no chance Justin is in here silent with you Colts. Yeah, no kidding. He ain't watching yet if I'm talking smack on his Colts and he didn't say anything. All right, next play we got Giants -6 for 2 units. All right, Giants and the Redskins, or not the Redskins, sorry, apologize. Washington football team are somehow alive in the NFC East. It's very, very strange development. Cowboys are clowns, and the Eagles are clowns as well. So those two definitely are going to be up there now. I think against the Bengals here, who just lost Joe Burrow, going to have trouble moving the football against the Giants defense that can put a little bit of pressure on them. I still think Boyd is a serviceable receiver this week. He's going to be kind of like the lockdown or the drop down target guy. Bernard's playing for him, which helps. If Bernard was out, I think this line would have went up even more. But Wayne Gallman, he has been a little bit of a revelation for this Giants run game, which helps free up Daniel Jones and do their play action, do their rollouts, and then they just hit Ingram, they hit Shepard, they hit Slayton. They got talent. Obviously, they lost Barkley early on in the year, and they're always known for establishing the run and doing the Barkley thing. But Gallman's done well. Freeman came in for a little bit, then got hurt. But yeah, they've found their guy here in Gallman. He's gonna do well today. Like my screen shows, 30th ranked run defense for the Bengals, 6-point road favorites. I would definitely going to lean the Giants here for 2 units. Diesel, Russell Gage and Travis, or Tyreek and Rudolph. FanDuel Cash. Russell Gage and Travis. Tyreek. I'd lean Tyreek and Rudolph. Gage, Travis is going to be, he's going to get his against the Bucks. He's probably wide receiver 1 there. Rudolph, Irv Smith's not there. Thielen's not there. Rudolph's going to get a lot more dump offs from Cousins. Tyreek, he's always gets his. And Gage is a little bit weary just because you got Ridley, then you have who's the other guy? Blake. I think the other receiver is Blake. But I'd lean Tyreek and Rudolph there. Good question though. All right, final play. We're gonna go Falcons +3, only for 1 unit, because the Falcons like to screw people. I was gonna do a 2-unit play here. I dropped it down to 1 just because I know of all the ways the Falcons can just blow leads. But I think this is an opportunity to kind of have the Raiders fool the public again. I know the Raiders, I think they're 6-4, and they went just toe-to-toe with the Chiefs. So a lot of people are probably going to be more hesitant or more willing to go with the Raiders. But I'm thinking here, even without Julio and Gurley's not playing here. Brian Hill's serviceable back. He's actually averaged more yards per carry this year than Todd Gurley. I think it was like 4.4 to 3.6. And Fowler's back on defense. This is an opportunity. I think the Falcons win outright. So you could put some sprinkle some money on the money line here. But you also got Ridley, who is a lock in my not a lock button, but he's high up in my ownership percentages for DraftKings, just because the Raiders give up a lot of big plays, a lot of them, and so they're going to hit Ridley. They could potentially hit Gage, but it's a little bit more of a coin flip for there. Brian Hill's definitely a back you want to have some exposure to in DraftKings, but we're going to go Falcons +3. So replay, we got 51.5 Chargers and Bills, 2 units. Titans, 2 units for +3. Browns, a couple road favorites for 6.5, 2 units. Giants, -6 for 2 units. And then you got the Falcons. Overall this year, very, very nice year so far. 59, 38, and 2 for +32.47 units. Trying to get to that 50 unit mark by the end of the season. Set that goal last week for myself. Didn't know how I was going to do this year just with all the uncertainties, but I've capped this year pretty well. Looking to move forward. We're on week 12, a couple more weeks of the season, and then we got the playoffs. So those are the picks for week 12. Now if we go into some DraftKings, some season-long questions, if anybody's got them, go ahead and throw them my way. As you can see, if you want to follow my action as well, Action Network on the app, follow me, .bets. I put my plays in here probably first, so some of you guys might not even have to watch this or follow me on Twitter. Just follow me on this, and you can get all my plays. So you can definitely do that. As you see yesterday, 3-3 in college football, a couple college basketball, plus 1-7. Last 7 days haven't been the greatest, but last 30 days we're up 17 units. So overall, we are always going to be up. Build that bankroll. So let's see some DraftKings. Let's see my exposures today. Player pool. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's probably a little better. Alright, so I use FantasyLabs a lot. Corey Davis over 3.5 receptions today. Yep, lock that in, Corp. I like him a lot. Probably going to be up on A.J. Brown a lot. Corey Davis is fine with me over there. Gallman, anytime touchdown. Yeah, lock that in. Plus 105. Yes, sir. He's going to be in my touchdown parlay bet that I'm doing. And so, as you can see, Fitzpatrick's probably is the highest owned guy here. Don't have too much exposure. Tried to get 10. I only ended up getting 1. Let's sort by actual. So yeah, I'm all in. I got Herbert, I got Allen, Carr, and Ryan. So 17, 15, 15. So I'm making 150. I max out the mini max. Kudos to Corey. It's $75, 150 max. Diesel, crazy. I had Giants, Browns, and Titans parlay. So 11. Let's go. There you go. Now it just got to hit. And then we're gonna make some cash. Good work. Okay, but yeah, we got Ryan and Carr. So three games I'm gonna stack. So it's gonna be the Chargers Bills game because I'm on the over in that game. Carr and Ryan, so the Vegas and then the Raiders game, or the Vegas and the Falcons game, and then the other game that I'm stacking is Carolina and Minnesota. But as you can see, I'm just not as fond of Kirk Cousins, just because Thielen's out. If Thielen was playing, I'd have a lot more exposure to Kirk. I just think it's going to be one. You're going to have Jefferson. I have a lot of Jefferson, as I'll show you, and I have a lot of Rudolph. Other than that, for Kirk, it's going to be a Dalvin Cook game, in my opinion. So then that's why I have a little bit more Bridgewater here, because you're going to have Bridgewater coming back with Davis, Bridgewater, and Robbie Anderson, and Bridgewater and DJ Moore. I know he's come back from an injury, but he's going to be fine, and he's going to light it up the scoreboard and go from there. So I got Patty Mahomes. I always like getting some Patty Mahomes. He's projected 13 to 16%, but I think so. I'll be right even with the field with that, a little bit under. If that makes sense to anybody. If you have any questions on that, let me know. Pretty much if you see ownership percentages and you see 9 to 12% here for Murray, or here let's go 13 of 16. So let's say 15% ownership for Josh Allen, and I'm at 17%. So I'm above the field. I'm overweight on my exposure to Josh Allen. So I should have an advantage if he goes off against the field. Some people I like to fade and I go underneath the field. So Dalvin Cook might be like 40% owned this week, and if I have 20% owned, I'm hoping somebody else goes off instead of Dalvin. Otherwise, I'm going to be, down on my lineups for sure. So running back, we had Brian Hill locked in. I had Brian Hill locked in with the lock button, and we ended up nixing that because of the Jonathan Taylor news. So Hines becomes my favorite. Then it's Robinson, who just has an elite usage. So the fact that I got rid of him in season-long fantasy just kills me. But he is an elite. I think he has like 94 of the 95 running back carries the last 3 weeks or something like that. It's absolutely stupid. And he's catching balls out of the backfield. So he's a guy I have humongous exposure to. Only 6,300. So, like I said, we got 63% with Hines at 4,600, 41 on Robinson, 30% Hill, 18% Jacob, and I got Gallman and I got Cook. So I'm under the field on Cook for sure because I think Cook is, if it goes, Cook is 31 to 40. Yeah, so we're under the field for sure. Under the field for sure. So you guys, any other questions you guys got, DraftKings wise, betting wise, prop wise? Let me know. Ask those questions. I'll be here for another 3 minutes or so. Let's see if there's any other latest news. Nothing that we don't know yet. Harry's open. Okay. All right, let's go wide receivers. Wide receivers. A lot of Tyreek. I think the Bucks secondary can be exposed 100%. There's been so much rave about this Bucks defense this year, and it's been subpar. I give that a lot of blame to Tom Brady because he goes 4 and out more than anybody should with all that offensive power, and he doesn't give the Bucks defense too much rest. So that's when they give up big plays. The Rams went all over them the other night. The Saints went all over them. And then hey, now you got to play the Chiefs. So good luck. So I got Tyreek, Keenan Allen. Like I said, he's got a pretty tough matchup against White. He just gets, I think he had 19 targets last week. He averages about 15. Just his floors, it's unbelievable. 12, such a high floor. He's going to be very heavily owned. So as you can see, all these guys, I'm probably even or a little bit more than the field here with Tyreek, Allen, Diggs, Ridley, Jefferson, and Davis. So those are the top projected guys, and I want exposure to. So Diesel, Jordan Wilkins thoughts. Good question. Let's see if I have any exposure to him. I don't think I have too much. So, like I said, elite usage with the Colts running backs. Wilkins could be a guy that ends up getting about 10 to 15 carries, maybe even 20 carries today, and a couple touchdowns. But I don't think I put him in because I love the fact that Hines catches balls out of the backfield. So I don't even have Wilkins in. So Wilkins is a 72 rated stud here. Probably after the stream, I'll probably add a couple of lineups for him. But my majority of lineups that I like are Hines. But I don't mind the Chief if you have any exposure to him. If you're making 5, 10 lineups or so, maybe make a couple lineups with him. But majority of my lineups would have Hines in it. But you can't complain. $4,000, and he's projected to have 11. So almost triple his output there. So yeah, good question there. Let's see. Who's my receiver that is going to go off? It's going to be low owned. Oh yeah, Mikey Williams. Mike Williams. Let's see, 5 to 8%. Love me some Mikey Williams this week. Big play after big play. Hopefully he catches some couple touchdowns today. Robbie Anderson at 2 to 4% owned. I think that's going to be a little bit higher. He's 6,100, so he's kind of expensive, and he's got DJ Moore behind him. But they're going to be very low on 2 to 4 and 5 to 8. Let's see. Oh, love Aguilar today. Yep, I got some exposure to him. Big play with the Raiders and the Falcons. And then here's Gage. Here's Gage's projections. So about 11% or 11. Not bad. All right. Diesel, thanks man, appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Diesel. Thanks for checking on the stream and following, man. Appreciate it. All right. Any other questions before we get on out of here with betting, DraftKings, props, as you can see here, DraftKings lineups, got a couple here. So Herbert's got a great matchup. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Diesel, Survivor pick, Saints. Yeah, if you haven't had the Saints, go ahead and put the Saints 100%. Oop. Let's see. If you have, if you haven't had the Dolphins against the Jets are also a good one. Definitely the Saints if you have not, and if you have not used the Steelers, if that game plays, but that's probably too risky. So yeah, I would go. Actually, you could do the Giants too. So you got Giants, you got Giants, Saints, and the Dolphins. If you're still in it, you still got those available. So Dalvin, 9,500. Oof, it's just so expensive. So expensive. Diesel. Me and my brother are still alive in the final 9 of like 125. Wow. Whew. That's impressive. Good work. So yeah, if you still got the Saints, 100% use the Saints. They're not losing that game. I think they're like 17-point favorites now. Yeah, 100%. 500 to the winner. Let's go. Good work, buddy. All right, we'll be here for another minute or so. We got any other questions? Go ahead, hit me up. You can also DM me on Twitter. I can answer any questions for you guys there. You have all 3 of those. Perfect. Yeah, I would go Saints, Diesel. Go Saints and survive another week. Okay. So yeah, I'll finalize my my lineups the rest of the probably the next 15-20 minutes on DraftKings. Also follow me on Twitter. Any other if I have any live plays, second half plays today, and go from there, boys. Kind of want to use the Dolphins or Giants to get rid of the weaker teams, but I feel like not the time to get cute. Yeah, exactly, Diesel. Especially when you're top 10 there. You might have a bunch of people on the Saints this week if they haven't used them already, but use the Saints if you have. That's Sherlock pick, and you get going a little bit more down the road for your survivor. Yep, exactly. Let the others make the mistakes. Exactly. All right. No more questions. Diesel, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys next week. And good luck this week.
Jack it up.